Welcome to the second session with all about Tantra, understanding and introduction to Tantra. And it's almost coming to the end with the Discovering Buddhism course, 13 months gone like a dream. So get ready for the meditation, engaging in what is one of my favorite practices, a meditation on the forearmed Chanresi, Avalokitesvara. And it's a guru yoga, obviously the first stage of Tantra, and something that we can all participate in and be part of. Obviously, we cannot self-generate and imagine ourselves or visualize ourselves as Chanresi, but we can imagine Chanresi descending into the body and then allow Chanresi to sit at our hearts for a short moment and sending out light in all the directions. And just a little preliminary bodhicitta, thinking about sentient beings all around the world who are suffering even more than where we are. In Afghanistan, the floodings, war zones, and places with pollution. May this evening be to the benefit of all these sentient beings. And may I be able to achieve enlightenment as fast as possible for the sake of these beings, so we can benefit them fast. And then start by sitting comfortably and just ensure that you have a stable posture. Feel the weight of gravity at the lower part of our bodies and sinking down in the seat. Feel the heaviness of your legs, in your legs and your buttocks, and as a consequence of that, the other part of the body is naturally lighter, and we are able to lengthen and straighten the back, the neck, and the back of our heads. Take 3 deep breaths just to let go of the tension, the bodily tension, the mental tension. And then proceed with thinking that the hands can rest in your lap with the meditation gesture. Mouth is slightly closed, the jaw relaxed. Maybe the palate up on the upper teeth. You may wish to allow some light to slide in through the eyes, or maybe prefer to have eyes wide open or closed. However, please remember to ensure that you have clarity and alertness. And when the mind is drifting away from the preliminary part of the meditation or the body of the practice, allow the policeman mindfulness to remember what you're doing and turn your attention back to the object of concentration. And now allow your attention to float on the breath, just as if you were floating on the surface of the ocean, rising and falling with the swell of the waves. Allow your attention to just stay on the breath, the object of concentration. And if your mind sways away, just let go, non-judgmentally and without discrimination or conceptualization. Just stay on the breath. Let it go in and let it go out. And with each breath in and breath out, let go of some tension. Constantly be aware of the breath. Clarity, don't engage in dullness, laxity, sinking down, or getting overly excited. And we will make a little shift to the motivation, thinking about that we're doing this practice, this meditation, this guru yoga, in order to align ourselves with the guru, taking on board the Dharma, thinking that the guru is Buddha and Buddha is guru. And we wish to become enlightened ourselves, just like Chenrezig. Thinking that the meaning of Avalokitesvara is the Lord who looks down with pity, and that indicates bodhicitta, indicates that we look down with pity on people who are suffering. Obviously, people in areas with floodings, pollution, war, famine, starvation. But we raise above this, thinking every sentient being is suffering. Even the famous rich person lying next to the swimming pool with lots of fame and money and popularity and wonderful partners, even that person is suffering. It's just not so obvious, it's not manifest. But this person is equally suffering and will perish and be reborn, maybe in a less fortunate circumstance. So we're doing this practice not only just for ourselves, but also for ourselves. We will be the king-like approach to the bodhicitta. We will go first, before everyone else, not because we are selfish, but we realize if we do get the understanding, achieving enlightenment, we can benefit much more skillfully with wisdom, compassion, action. That's the king-like approach. So with this motivation, we think about sentient beings, thinking, may they be happy. And that's the special intention, I will help them be happy. So thinking, in order to be able to benefit sentient beings, we need to lessen and eliminate our obscurations. Obviously, pacify and get rid of the disturbing thoughts or afflictions. Thinking that afflicted thoughts are those that disturb our peace of mind. And we know that. We realize when trying to meditate and our minds are buzzing, disturbed, fearful, agitated, how can we get peace of mind? And we also wish to eliminate the obscurations to becoming enlightened, understanding the teachings, thinking that sometimes we can engage in wonderful teachings from one of our teachers, but when it's over, it's forgotten, or we don't implement it in our lives. How many times have you heard teachings on karma, and yet still try to defy karma, ignore it? May we be able to eliminate the obscurations from understanding the law of cause and effect, the teachings on emptiness, bodhicitta. And now, again, shifting to some voidness, the emptiness and appearing is a space in front of us with a beautiful white open lotus flower. And the lotus has many petals and is in the nature of light. On top of the lotus flower appears a flat white moon disk. And above that arises the Buddha of compassion, Chenrezig Avalokitesvara, the one, the Lord that looks down with pity. 4 arms in order to be able to benefit even faster. Chenrezig has a wide holy body and is seated in the cross-legged posture. And he has 1 face and 4 arms. His first pair after his hands are joined together at his heart, holding a wrist-granting jewel. On the right side, his second hand holds a mala with beads of crystal reminding us to recite the mantra of compassion, the Mani mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum. Thinking this mantra is so wonderful, everybody remembers it easily. On the left side, his second hand holds a lotus flower by the stem. And this symbolizes how something beautiful is able to grow out of the mud. Chenrezig is in the bodhisattva aspect, in the prime of his youth, with a very handsome body and peaceful open face, adorned with precious jeweled ornaments and clothed with scarves of multicolored silks. Chenrezig represents all the enlightened qualities: wisdom, love, kindness, compassion, action, the wish to benefit. All the positive qualities, but most importantly, compassion. Thinking that you need to avoid the 3 polluted vessels for this practice, take on board the visualization. It's not just a visualization, it's a 3-dimensional figure appearing in this form. Imagine Chenrezig standing in some carnal, some bodily statue, or even some sort of sentient being just next to you. That would be too much. We would get shocked. It was scary. So he's manifesting as your visualization right now. That's what we can comprehend. But if you are a bodhisattva, an Arya being maybe, you could perhaps see the person like that for real, or as the embodied manifestation, but we see it as something in our mind. Chenrezig comes to the crown of us, in front of us, to benefit all beings just like yourself who wish to become happy and avoid suffering. And we wish to become just like our idol, Chenrezig. So we need to remove all the obstacles. We need to be completely free from sickness or problems, worries, fear, anxiety, depression, low self-esteem, depression, pride. We also need to be free from all our past mistakes, the negative karma that were created under the influence of these negative afflictions. And Chenrezig, whose sole motivation is to be of benefit, radiates out from his heart a stream of white light, purifying light towards us. It's a powerful laser beam, full of energy, warmth, compassion, and it comes to all of our body, illuminates our body, just like the sun arising in the horizon in the morning, in the east. And this light enters through the crown of our heads and fills our body, sinks down and mixes with the mind, purifying. And we visualize this shower of purifying light just removes all the obstacles of darkness, pollution, wrong views, attachment, aversion, and everything that prevents us from becoming enlightened. And we will say the Mani mantra I'll do it out 7 times loud, and then the rest of the mala on the breath. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Having completely aligned ourselves with the body, speech, and mind of generosity, we have completely also purified all the negative karma and afflictions, obscurations that prevent us from living a virtuous life and avoid harming sentient beings. Even just by saying the powerful mantra, we have purified our speech, visualizing generosity, purifying our bodies, and by generating bodhicitta, purifying our minds. Now feel that all obstacles have been removed, and think that now we can really begin the hard work, but the good work, the satisfying work. And generosity wants to do even more. So he's sending out a second hose of powerful lights, this time in the color of yellow, but obviously all the colors, just predominantly yellow. And this light enters through the crown of our heads and fills our body and mixes with our mind. And this time develops the positive qualities inside us. So imagine and visualize how the light is filling us with health and energy. Imagine that we are full of wisdom, understanding, becoming the perfect vessel to achieve an understanding of tonight's teachings with Venerable. And I will sing the mantra again out 7 times loud and the rest on the breath, but with a different tune. Om Mani Padme Hum. 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 Imagine that you have achieved some sort of real understanding of what is needed to be done. And you have the wish, the motivation, the intention to do what is correct for your life. And understanding this is something that you do for all sentient beings, because you have compassion. And there you also realize how fortunate you are to be at a Buddhist center, maybe even living in a peaceful country, but thinking this is not something that applies to all sentient beings. So we take the chance to take the possibility to develop this bodhicitta mind. Chenrezig comes to the crown of heads and turns around, facing the same direction as us. And from his body is emitted miniature models of Chenrezigs and the white, powerful light, and also the yellow light that slowly descends into your body. And Chenrezig slowly descends into the moon disk that descends into the lotus flower. And it becomes a strong, elusive, crystal clear, bright, shining light that slowly sinks into your crown, the crown of their heads, goes to the heart chakra, and there it sits. The energy sits with your heart. And if you do have the initiation, feel free to visualize yourself as Chenrezig and self-generate. Otherwise, just imagine that you're full of blissful energy to do something, taking the end result into the present. May I do the acts of a Buddha of compassion. And your body suddenly bursts with all this strong energy and sending out the light to all 10 directions, to all sentient beings, wherever they are. And we will dedicate all of our collective efforts for the past 22 minutes, 22 minutes, thinking that may this be to the benefit of all sentient beings, especially those that we dislike or don't think about, know about, but also the rich person at the swimming pool. We are all in the same boat, in the same samsara, just different circumstances right now, voluntarily. And may we be able to generate a strong, intention full of a king-like approach to bodhicitta. Thank you.